This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. See, this is the dumbest fuck shit that I'm talking about in regards to Errol the True Spence, man. We talking Errol the True Spence all day, every day. Let me say it again. We talking Errol the True Spence all day, every day. And these classic Dota, these troglodytes, these ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric, these Rudy Poos and these pum brains, the Errol the True Spence fake ass fans. Y'all don't want to hear this message, man. There's the damn door. Let me say it again. If you don't want to hear the message, there's the damn door. We running this thing back. We in celebration mode all fucking week. So you motherfuckers don't want to hear this shit, listen, man. Go to some other and some other opera singing ass, you know what I'm saying, hating and trolling ass motherfucker channel. I done told you guys. You know what I'm saying? Men that showcase haterisms and trollisms, that's a feminine energy. Remember that. That's some deep and profound stuff that I just gave you guys. So hear me and hear me well. See, this is the problem with these Rudy Poo and these plum brains, these ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric, these haters and these damn trolls, right? The fake ass Errol the True Spence fans. They've exposed themselves, man, in leagues and in droves. I told you guys, Errol the True Spence got this, you know, crazy ass hatred energy that's surrounding him because he is greatness personified. When you are greatness personified and you are a person of greatness, it's going to attract hate. Let me say it again. When you are greatness personified and you are a person of greatness, it's going to attract hate. Just look at my comment section. You think it's just happening because it's happening? No, because he knows his sport is great. Let me say it again. You think it's just happening because it's happening in the comment section? Because he knows his sport is great, man. When you are a person of greatness, haterisms and trollisms follow immediately thereof or thereafter. Let me say it again. When you are a person that's great, haterisms and trollisms follow immediately thereof or thereafter. It's the truth of the fact of the matter, folks. And folks need to let that sink into their brain. What am I talking about here? The classic Dota and the troglodytes, right? The brain full of bush and the brainwashed dodo heads. They're sitting here saying, oh, Terrence Buck Crawford, he's the boogeyman. Let me say it again. Terrence Buck Crawford, he's the boogeyman. Terrence Buck Crawford is a disgruntled, jealous, and miserable and insecure as fuck B-side. Let me say it again. Terrence Buck Crawford is a disgruntled, miserable, insecure, and hot and bothered like grits B-side. He's the one that re-signed with Top Rank. I was just on a debate earlier, listening to bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. Motherfuckers can't come with, you know what I'm saying, responses. I'm sitting there countering after counters after counters. Thank goodness they lucky I had to leave because I had to go to work and I had to go take care of some other shit. But I'd have been there all day countering the bullshit. That's the problem with these ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. That's the problem with these people running these false narratives. Because they're sitting here and telling you that Errol the True Spence is duck and bud when he could sit here and realistically have a rematch with Shawn Constipated Porter. It was a great fight. You motherfuckers said they need to run it back, right? You motherfuckers are sitting here saying, Errol the True Spence got exposed. He got robbed, which was bullshit. Because at worst, the fight was 8-4. I scored it 9-3. That's being gracious, bringing that motherfucker down to 8-4. Remember, I told you, to me, Shawn Constipated Porter won round 4, which was emphatically his round 7, and fucking round 10. That's all I gave that motherfucker. Everything else was Errol the True Spence all day, every day. Errol the True Spence landed 221 to Shawn Constipated Porter's 172. Let that dawn in your head. That's a 49 more landed differential. Errol the True Spence had 44% body shots. That's 6% away from 50%. That's Floyd Mayweather-esque. Let me say it again. That's Floyd Mayweather-esque to Shawn Constipated Porter's abysmal 26%. That's an 18% differential. Let me say it again. I may have to get close. It's an 18% differential, folks. So what are you classic Dota and you troglodytes not understanding? What are you Rudy Poo and you plum brains are not understanding? The brawler got out-brawled. The mauler got out-mauled. The Punisher got out-punished. The in-shape Street Fighter got out-Street Fighter. So what are we talking about here? Errol the True Spence is doing luxury. He's doing a favor to Shawn Constipated Porter of giving him the rematch. He doesn't have to run it back because he won the fight unanimously. He got robbed into a split decision. Bullshit. But let me say it again. He won the fight unanimously. He got robbed into a split decision. Bullshit. He won the fight, man. It's not even questionable. But you motherfuckers are the ones that's raising, oh, Earl the Truth Spence got exposed. Earl the Truth Spence need to get back with Blu-ray. Earl the Truth Spence need to do this. He need to do that. But you guys didn't sit there and watch the fight. And everybody I done told to go back and rewatch the fight. It's interesting that they done came into the comment section and said, damn, he knows the sport. You wasn't lying, dog. I scored that thing 9-3 or 8-4 at worst. And I don't mind if motherfuckers tell me 8-4, but it ain't anything less than that. See, a lot of these motherfuckers, you gotta catch them. They slick as fuck. When they tell you 7-5, they basically trying to tell you it's a draw. Because if it wasn't for the knockdown, it's a draw. Woo, what I said was so deep and profound. Let me rewind that because it needs to marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. Hear me and hear me well. A lot of these motherfuckers, right? The classic Dolce and the troglodytes, the ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric, the Rudy pulling the plum braids, these fake ass Earl the Truth Spence fans, they telling you it's 7-5 because they know by saying 7-5, it's because of the knockdown. Had it not been for the knockdown, it's a draw. So that's their way of giving justification as to it being running it back type of situation. So you got to catch these motherfuckers. I told you, he knows the sport. I have leagues and droves of common sense, dog. And I state the most obvious. Motherfuckers can't pull a fast one on me. They can pull a fast one on you, but they can't pull a fast one on me. Let me say it again. Motherfuckers can pull a fast one on you, but they can't pull a fast one on me. That's why I'm the natural born leader that I am. And he knows the sport, needs to lead the flock and need to lead the fray. Because a lot of motherfuckers' confidence in Earl the Truth Spence was waned. That's why they had to come to He Knows the Sport channel. So that confidence could be rebolstered back up. So it could be regained back up. Let me say it again. They had to come back to He Knows the Sport channel so that that confidence could be rebolstered back up and regained back up and regarnered back up. I done brought y'all motherfuckers back to the dean because I told you go back and rewatch the fight. Remember, I'm Jay-Z. I'm one take, dog. All I need to do is see a fight one time and I can tell you everything about the damn fight. Motherfuckers got to go back and rewatch. Notice I ain't never rewatched the fight. And the breakdown that I'm giving, motherfuckers in the comment section that have already went back and rewatched the fight, the real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets are saying what I said off of one take. That should tell you something right there. That tells you what my true boxing eye test is at. I'm telling you motherfuckers, man. It's the narrative that these haters and these trolls are pushing. It was them that pushed the agenda. Now, I don't mind that Earl the Truth Spence say he want to run it back because it came out of his mouth. Hey, I don't duck no fucking free smoke. You know what I'm saying? Let's run this motherfucker back, dog. You know, I'm the fucking shark. We don't duck no damn body. I like that. That's that energy that true champions show. Andre Ward showed it against Sergey Kovalev. Floyd Mayweather showed it against Castillo and Marcos Maidana, right? Deontay Wilder showing it against Luis Ortiz and fucking Tyson Fury. So I don't mind running that motherfucker back, right? Run that motherfucker back. Because guess what? It's strategically and financially it makes sense. So Terrence Bud Crawford's gonna have to wait in fucking line. So these Terrence Bud Crawford fanboy man crushers that's pushing this fight, I done told you guys, if Earl the Truth Spence is not fighting Terrence Bud Crawford for undisputed, anything less than that is uncivilized. Let me say it again. If Earl the Truth Spence is not fighting Terrence Bud Crawford for undisputed, anything less is uncivilized. It's too rushed. That's a super fight of epic proportions. It's a legacy fight beyond legacy fights. It's the fight to determine who is the number one pound for pound fighter. Why rush it? Why put the cart before the horse? Everything needs to be on the marble. Everything needs to be on the line. Remember, the fight that everybody was talking about prior to this fight, that was the mega fight, was Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua showed that he was an AJ Devo, right? But he got AJ humbled by freaking Andy Ruiz Jr., right? And we don't even know, because he's talking about retiring, which is another ball game within itself. We don't know if his mindset is if he's even going to win the rematch. But he ruined that shit. Now the super fight is Spence versus Crawford. But you can't have a fight like that. See, this is why I say people are hypocrites, dog. They're el delusional and el hipocrito. Let me say it again. They're el delusional and el hipocrito because they wanted Wilder versus Joshua for undisputed, right? So keep that fucking same energy, dog. Let me say it again. They wanted Wilder versus Joshua for undisputed. So keep that same fucking energy. Spence versus Crawford has to be for undisputed. It's a super fight of epic proportions. It's the best fight that's going to be made in boxing. Hagler versus 2. Hagler versus Hearns 2.0. Let me say it again. Hagler versus Hearns 2.0. Meaning I'm giving you guys the outcome of what's going to happen. Earl the Truth Spence is going to beat the block out of Terrence Bud Crawford. But like the Charles Barkley commercial, if it's not at undisputed, anything less than that is uncivilized. Terrence Bud Crawford needs to told you motherfuckers get in line. The Terrence Bud Crawford fanboy man crusher, they don't know how to get in line. They asked Terrence Bud Crawford a long time ago, is Earl the Truth Spence ducking you? He said no. So what he called Earl the True Spence food and said that, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to eat you up. That's still not saying that that Errol the True Spence is ducking him. That's just him saying that he feels he's the superior boxer. I don't have a problem with fighters having their own bravado. But not once did Terrence Buck Crawford ever question Errol the True Spence ducking him. So y'all motherfuckers that are Terrence Buck Crawford fanboy man crushers need to fall in line. Because Errol the True Spence just had a toe-to-toe fight that was exciting. Boxing fans alike want to see the run it back. That's why I'm trying to tell people. If Terrence Buck Crawford wanted to fight Errol the True Spence, his ass should have been with fucking PBC. How come Manny Pacquiao went to PBC? How come Mikey Garcia went to PBC? See, every time you bring up facts, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric want to bring up bias and lies. Let me say it again. Every time you bring up cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat truth-telling fashion, right? Because I'm the ultimate truth-teller. They want to bring up bias and lies to justify their bullshit. Because if he really wasn't ducking that smoke, he would have signed with PBC. So the question is, did Terrence Buck Crawford duck Errol the True Spence? Because why your ass at top rank? If your ass was in PBC, the fight was going to be made. And these people sitting here saying, well, Terrence Buck Crawford would have to wait in line. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you not see how Al Heyman treats Errol the True Spence? How much better you think he would have treated Terrence Buck Crawford being undisputed at 140? I done told these classic dotes and these troglodytes. I done told these ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. I done told these Rudy Poos with the plum brains. I done told these fake ass Errol the True Spence fans this shit. The way that Errol the True Spence is being treated right now, Terrence Buck Crawford would have been treated better because we haven't had an undisputed fighter since fucking Bernard Hopkins prior to that. All Terrence Buck Crawford had to do, and Bomac, these Negroes that don't know how to count their money, would have jumped over there on PBC, and that fight would happen a lot sooner, because guess what? They're on the same block. Look at Andy Ruiz, you dodo heads, you brain full of mush and you brainwash followers, and Deontay Wilder. Why do you think Deontay Wilder wanted to pay Tyson Fury step-aside money so he could get the winner of Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua? Because you're dodo heads. You brain full of mush and you brainwash followers. Remember, I call them dodo heads because their dodo heads is filled with nothing but poop. Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder is in the same promotion. They're in the same banner, PBC. So that fight is easy to be made. So how can Errol the True Spence and Terrence Buck Crawford not be easy to make if they were on PBC? Dodo heads, brain full of mush, brainwash followers. That's the problem with them. They're running with a bullshit narrative. Yeah. I told you, opera singers, they're fucking followers. Because people that lead, men and women of confidence, purpose, and an abundance mindset, don't fall for the bullshit. Let me say it again. Men and women of confidence and an abundance mindset don't fall for the bullshit. They lead the narrative. And that's what people need to understand. It's really simple, folks. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.